10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay. Do you understand that? Turn the friggin' frogs gay. Serious crap.
Well, hello there. What's up? How's everybody doing today? You guys doing well? I hope. It's a good day. You know why it's a good day? It's a good day because I'm off work tomorrow. I mean, then I gotta work a bunch of days straight after that. But at least I have a day off. So that's good. So that means I can sleep in tomorrow. Although, what has become sleeping in for me is like waking up at still 6:30 in the morning. But there you go. What's up, fuckers? I know. Not everybody's used to me doing chats this early. I get it. Completely understand. Let's see. There was stuff I wanted to pull up. I don't remember what the fuck I wanted to pull up. Oh, it's a Rogue Honda.
Well, you keep doing these chats at times where I'm able to hop in for a minute.
Nice.
I can't be here for the whole time, but you know, I got a minute. What's up, bro?
Not much, man. Yeah, I'm doing the chats earlier now, so because I can't stay up late and do chats anymore. So this is the only way I'm going to do chats is if I do them at like 6 o'clock my time, which is early as fuck for everybody else unless you're already on the East Coast. So
yeah, it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon here, but
yeah,
it's cool.
Which means it's 3 if you're on the West Coast. Oh well, fuck it. This is the only way I'm going to be able to do chats, except for every so often, occasionally, maybe do a later one. But for the most part, we're going to stick to this time and keep them shorter so I can do more of them. So,
well, if you keep it consistent, people will start, adjusting to the new schedule and being like, "Oh shit, it's 3 o'clock. I gotta fucking take a break."
3 o'clock. I'm still at work. Let me take my fucking break, I guess. Oh shit. Oh well.
Weird how Michigan's East Coast time. It doesn't seem like it should be.
It doesn't seem like it's far enough over to be East Coast time, honestly. But it is.
How's the weather up there? Is it pretty nice right now?
It's like, I mean, it's been dipping up into the like I think the hottest it's gotten was like 94, which everybody here was like dying, and I'm like, fucking pussies.
Dude, I bet there's a bunch of people up there that don't have AC in their house.
Yeah, I think. Well, a lot of people have like either the portable ACs that you just hook up whenever you need to, or maybe just like window units and stuff instead of like central AC. Because you don't need it as much. I mean, I think all like newer homes have central AC because the central heat and AC all built in. But a lot of homes that are, older apartment buildings, all kinds of stuff down here, I think just like runs off of like window units and portable ones and shit like that. So,
I mean, that's basically all my apartment has. And it gets, on a hot day, it has a little trouble keeping up with it, but it cools the whole house down. It's not bad.
So, but we do have central AC here, but which, I mean, I'm glad, but anyway, yeah, but no, I mean, the weather's not bad. Like when you wake up in the morning, it's still in the like fucking 60s when I get up and go to work, even though it's fucking almost July, which is just fucking unheard of for me. Like when I wake up in like June or July in Texas, it's fucking 90 degrees. Like in the dark, it's still 90 degrees when the sun's down.
Yeah, that sucks. I couldn't deal with that.
So, And that's just what you're
Like, how did people live down there before AC, bro? You like go back like 100 years or
I
whatever.
know, and they
you just,
did.
like, we're just gonna live here where it's
I
fucking,
don't know, but like
fucking hot all the fucking
they,
time.
well, I mean, first of all, like fucking different breed of human being than what we are. Let's be honest. And second, they also, you know, they built differently, right? Like if you like, I've seen a bunch of stuff where like, you know, you go to other countries and stuff where they don't have AC and shit, and they build houses differently, and they like build houses with like these fucking vents along the bottom of like one side of the house, like the wall doesn't come all the way down, and then on the other side of the house there's a space between the top of the wall and the roof, and it allows air to come in one way and swoop up and then go out, and depends on what side of the house it's on, like east to west or some shit. I don't know, that's what I'm saying, but like they know. And people used to build shit like that. If you lived in a hotter area, like you built a house in a way that kept things cooler, I guess. I don't fucking know. People still do this shit today.
I have one more question. How are the roads in Michigan for motorcycles? Is there any like cool, interesting places to go off-roading, anything like that?
I've been looking around because I haven't gotten to go off-roading yet, because I'm trying to find someone to go off-roading with. But apparently there's lots of fucking cool trails and shit all over Michigan. I haven't been on any yet. Like I said, I don't really want to go by myself, you know. I want to go like with somebody. And I know people here that have motorcycles, but everybody here either has crotch rockets or mostly cruisers. This is cruiser country up here. Like everybody's got a fucking Harley. Like everybody's got a fucking Harley. So I don't know anybody right now. Actually, I know one, and he's fixing up an old like 200cc fucking like 1979 Suzuki fucking, basically, you know, street legal dirt bike fucking enduro thing. And so I'm waiting for him to get his finished up because I want to go riding around. But
are there like hills and like pseudo mountains, or is it all flat as shit? I don't know nothing about Michigan.
It's very hilly. Apparently there are more, certainly not what you living in Colorado and me having lived in Colorado would consider mountainous regions, but like they consider it that here, and certainly more mountainous, quote unquote, than Texas. Like they have ski resorts and stuff in Michigan. It's just, if you've been to Colorado, like you look at it and go, it's not a mountain. You know what I mean?
I'm so spoiled, bro. Like with that shit. Because like I ride fucking 15 minutes. I'm going up I-70. 10 minutes after that, I'm on Lookout Mountain, and it's like the twistiest fucking. Like I just made a video today. Like fucking like I'm working on the video. Like I shot a video like riding this road today, and it's just switchbacks and fucking drop offs and great views and crazy shit and like fucking like the guy on a bicycle was like racing me down the fucking hill, you know, like because it's so steep, like a bicycle can keep up with a motorcycle. It's crazy, dude. Anyway.
Oh, Dino in the chat says, I'll go off-roading with you. Give me an excuse to get a dual sport. All right. Where are you at again, Dino? Because I know you're not far from here. Like I know that, but I don't know exactly like where you are. And I know you've told me before. I've just completely fucking forgotten. I just know you're close to here somewhere. You're close to me. At least.
Yeah, because you could steal your son's bike. And,
yeah, well, yeah.
Like, I don't know what kind of tires are on that, but if there are any kind of off-road tires at all, like there's all kinds of places you can get that fucking thing.
Yeah, they're just street legal enough. You know what I mean? The stock tires that come on it are, I mean, they're knobbies, but they're not really, really aggressive knobbies. You know what I mean?
And I've got that KLR. It can go just about anywhere. It's like your bike, but like it's like more powerful, less gears, more weight, and taller. So it's kind of a bitch, but it can go anywhere.
Okay, there you go. Northwest or Northwest Indiana, 3 to 4 hours away. See, that's what we need to do that because I would like to get out and find some trails and shit. Because I've been riding my Honda around, my cruiser, which is fun. I enjoyed the shit out of that. But I'd like to, do some trails and shit too. And I've tried to get fucking Duke to go with me, and he will not get on a motorcycle at all.
I feel like Duke would die if he got on a motorcycle, to be fair.
Now, he did say he would get on a fucking ATV or a four-wheeler or something.
Yeah, if he's got a quad, he can come along. That's
so
fine.
I'm trying to get him to...
If it's double track, you can do quads all day.
That. Yeah. So, because I do want to get out and do some stuff. But I haven't had a fucking chance.
Hunting would be so cool. Like, if we could fucking hop on motorcycles and quads and shit and go out to some remote fucking camp spot and hunt some deer down and strap them down to the back of the fucking motorcycle and ride back with fucking months worth of meat. That sounds fucking like, I don't know what the word is. Primal.
All right, let's see. Preston Garvey Dark Super Chat. Bikes are for maggots with an F. Be a man, get Q truck. Q truck? The fuck's Q truck?
A queen truck, because they're for queens. Like Preston, because he called me a maggot with an F.
Q truck? I don't know what a Q truck is.
Maybe those Japanese trucks?
No, I'm looking it up.
I don't know.
Action mode. Next gen Q truck. What the fuck is it? It looks like a... It's just a work... It's like a fucking... foreign... It looks like a foreign semi-truck.
Have you seen the...
I don't fucking know.
Have you seen the Bezos trucks that they're coming out with?
Mm-mm.
Like the Amazon trucks? I don't know. They're not sold or made by Amazon or whatever, but they're like these modular trucks that you can either like just basic. It's like a 2-seater fucking small truck, electric, that gets like 200 miles per charge or something like that, and can only go like 65 miles or 75 miles. They're like, on paper they kind of suck, but for like certain applications, and especially for people who need a smaller truck, they're fucking like, it seems like it's the cheapest thing, is like they're only going to be like $12,000 or something like that. And then you can outfit them and make them into like an SUV, or put like 2 and 3 row seats in them, and like they're like modular. You can do all this thing. Hold on, let me look it up. Keep talking.
Well, I know there was one truck I was looking at, and I can't remember who made it, but it was one of the big companies that makes a truck that primarily has, to this point, only been sold in foreign markets. It's never been sold here in the United States, and they're bringing it to the United States finally. And it's not an electric truck though, but it's like a little fucking 4-banger fucking truck that is gonna be like the same thing, like $12,000-$14,000.
It's this thing, and you can outfit it however you want. There's like a million different, like, because it's modular, so you can do whatever you want with it. There's just it comes as the base truck, which is this thing, right?
Yeah, and then you can fucking tweak the frame, or not the frame, but the body.
Yeah, and you can do whatever you want with it.
It's also, they could just like drop a new fucking body on the fucking frame, essentially. Like, it's modular. It's like a fucking AR-15. You just bolt shit onto it instead of having to do any like major fucking work to redo it. It's just because it's all basically internally, it's all identical regardless of how you deck it out.
I forget what the price is though. There, like, it was something ridiculously cheap. I know that.
Yeah.
Like battery range.
Oh, did it say it's called
140 miles? What's that?
It's called a skate?
Slate. S-L-A-T-E.
Oh, Slate. Okay. Let's see. Dino says, we're just going to get lost since I gave Honda my Garmin. Sure. Let's see. Kellen dropped in super chat. It says, read my last chat, to which he says, split the difference and get Duke a vintage Honda 3-wheeler, but take out life insurance policy on him first. Yeah, no shit. How many fucking people in like the 70s and 80s did fucking 3-wheelers kill? It's like a lot.
I had one when I was a kid, bro.
I used to ride them when I was a kid, but apparently, like, well, because they would fucking flip really fucking easy. I mean, I've fucking went on two wheels many times on one of those. I managed to never flip one, but then again, I didn't do. I was still a kid, you know what I mean? So I didn't do crazy shit on it.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I can see how like people going out and fucking drinking and riding three wheelers fucking end up dead.
We had this drainage ditch behind our house, like for the neighborhood. You know, like when they build a neighborhood, there'll be like a little like bowl area that everything drains to with a sewer drain that goes through it. And it was directly behind our house, and it was like this big oval, basically. And we turned that shit into a racetrack, and we would race around the rim of this thing, like top speed, you know, shifting through the gears on that thing. I think it had like 3 gears or something. I forget what it was. But it wasn't, you know, like it wasn't the fastest thing in the world, but we were still going like 30 miles an hour, you know, ripping around this fucking track. And I would come off of that thing here and there, and, you know, like it would hurt, or you'd like land in a pile of cactus or something, you know. But
here's that truck I was talking about. It's the Toyota Hilux.
Oh, yeah,
and
dude.
The base model just is like a fucking flatbed work truck. And it's like 13 grand.
Dude, those things are like indestructible. That's what all the sand people use to mount their fucking machine guns and shit.
And you can like do a whole bunch of shit to it. Obviously, the more you do to it, the higher the price goes. But like, yeah, this is the one I was thinking of. Thank you, by the way, Calhoun. Calhoun was the one that reminded me it was the Toyota. Yeah, this is the one that's not sold in the United States, but they're working on right now trying to get it to where they can import it into the U.S. I think next year. And it's like $13,000.
It's got to be like 15 years old or something like that, and then you can import them.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is. I don't remember, but they're working on trying to get it to where you can just get them imported. And essentially, it's the same truck no matter what, but the back, there's all these different options for the back, or you can just get the plain one. And this basic option here, basically, let me find it. Yeah, this basic option right here, that's the regular one, and it's also the flatbed, because you just fold down these sides. They fold down. They're all hinged, so you can have it up, so it's like a regular pickup in the back, or you can fold down all three sides, and then you got a flatbed.
Dude, I want a truck, but trucks cost so fucking much money compared to cars. Like, if you want like a car, it's like, oh yeah, you can get one for cheap. If you want a truck, it's like, hey, the cheapest one's a piece of shit, and it won't work. If you want one that's going to work for a while, it's going to be a lot of money. Like, there's just no way around it, you know?
Yeah.
Sucks.
So, this would be cool. I would drive it just like this.
Yeah, me too.
Just fucking exactly like that. I wouldn't fucking change it. So, I'm hoping they're going to, if they do get it imported, well, I'm sure if they do get it imported, they'll, switch up the cab, because the cab's set up for right-handed driving. Although maybe they won't. Maybe you'll just have to fucking be like, hey, we're importing them exactly as they are. You're just gonna have to fucking learn to drive on that side of the fucking truck. I don't know.
You know who's made a bunch of videos about the Hilux that are fucking great is Whistling Diesel. If you have time to check out his video about the Hilux, where he just like he overloads the fuck out of it. He abuses the shit out of it. He takes it through things that it should never survive, and it just keeps driving. They hit it with a fucking boulder at one point. They rolled a boulder down a hill, and it smashed into the truck, and it just like bent up the fucking... Yeah, there it is, dude. Oh my god, the shit he does. It's fucking so great. Yeah, I want a Hilux too, honestly. Yeah, just mute it.
Okay, how can we start this in the most gentlest way possible? Well, what's just a normal app?
Well, the screen's not sharing right for some reason. I don't know what's going on.
We're saying a farmer would, like, you know...
Anyway, man, I really like that. The KLR is a lot of fun. So if there's good trails around there, like, booyah. Pretty happy about that. Did Matt just freeze completely? Is that what's going on?
Did it freeze up for me, or just for just me, or did it freeze up for everybody?
You froze and the screen froze.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I fucking thought I froze. I was like, what the shit?
I don't know if everyone can still hear me or not, but probably not because it's through your computer. I don't know, dude. Shit's weird. They didn't like that. Yeah, he took one to Moab, Utah. That's the picture in the middle. Is oh my god, bro! Like he did shit to this truck that no one should do to a truck, and it just keeps trucking. It just keeps doing truck things.
Nice. Let's see. Preston Garvey says we can't get new hills because of the chicken tax, and the fat electrician made a video about it. What?
You can't get new hills because of a chicken tax?
And there's a fat electrician that made a video about it. Dude, you're fucking...
I think that needs some further explanation.
Yeah. I'm confused. But I'll take your word for it.
The new hills?
Mm.
I don't know, man. The new something.
Oh, have you seen this chick?
Yeah, I'd do her. No, what's her name?
I don't fucking know. Look.
Hi, quick question. Where is everyone finding liberal men, specifically someone from Florida? Okay, thank you.
Where's everybody finding liberal men from Florida? And then he'll check the replies. Liberal men are also looking for liberal men. Buying tampons at Walgreens. Check in the women's bathroom. In elementary schools, dressed like women reading inappropriate books to children. At a protest or looting. In the arms of other liberal men. Shopping for skirts. It's fun. I don't know. I just found that entertaining. I wanted to share. Kellen says he means Hilux, the chicken taxis, an import tariff they have to pay for small trucks. It just increases the price. Oh, the Hilux. Chicken taxis. Ah.
Homestead says you're ignoring him, and he's sad.
What? Where?
I don't know. Oh, maybe up at NeverEnuffAmmo. Did you see my post on Discord the other day when I came very close to being in a gunfight with a psycho?
What? No, I haven't. Dude, I've fucking been not paying attention to Discord so much the last few weeks. I did not. I chased a dude down and fucking... I can't tell you. I can't tell you what I did. Fuck. Hey, man, he needed to be caught, okay? I chased a crazy person across several lanes of traffic and had to pin him to the ground and handcuff him. I may or may not have been mashing his face into the ground with a knee up his ass. I'm just saying. But he was like legitimately crazy.
Sounds sexual.
Like legitimately like court order crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, court order crazy is not fun.
Like, we're talking about somebody who tried to escape from some place they were locked the fuck up because they were crazy. So, anyway, that was about the most exciting thing that happened to me this week. So,
dude, I can't believe Dino just gave me this fucking Garmin. I was like looking up, like if you want to buy one new, this particular model costs $550. And then the mount that goes with it, I was looking that up, is another $200. So it's $750 for what he, and then he's got all these like accessories and little things that came with it. So who knows how much more? We'll call it another $50, you know? So $800. You know how much I spent on the bike that it's going to go on?
a lot less.
The whole bike cost me $500. Now I've spent more than that on it, like upgrading it and adding parts, and I bought a pretty nice expensive carburetor to go on it that was about $500, so it's more than that now. But
Okay.
for the bike, for the title for the bike was less money than the Garmin itself. That's crazy.
Dino says, crazier than the guy whose puppies you stole? I didn't steal any fucking puppies.
You stole puppies?
No. Oh, you weren't here for that story, were you?
Why did you steal puppies?
I didn't steal any puppies. Okay, so no, I don't think this guy was crazier than the puppy guy. Okay? However, this guy was more dangerous than the puppy guy, and he was still crazy. The difference is, the puppy guy, that was like a thing that happened in my neighborhood. The crazy guy was a work thing. The crazy guy was that was this week. That was a work thing. So the other dude, I think, is crazier. But yeah.
Is there just a bunch of is it dangerous living there in Michigan, do you think? Is there fucking weirdo, fucking crazy people everywhere?
No. Well, maybe.
Gang activity?
Well, okay. So without going into details, you know what I do.
Yeah.
And you know where I work.
Yeah.
So I have a higher likelihood of running into crazy people.
Correct.
Like when I'm in my town, that doesn't happen. I just had really bad luck because there's a dude who legitimately is nuts in my neighborhood that I didn't know about that caused me problems several weeks ago because he's legitimately gone in the head. He's got dementia and shit, and I something's wrong with him. I don't know what, and he was thoroughly fucking confused and came to my house and accused me of stealing his puppies. And I didn't know this dude. He fucking lives in the neighborhood, and I've never seen him before. And I didn't know what the fuck was going on. And he came up to my porch and shit, and then started going off and called me a sick fuck for stealing his puppies. And I told him, get the fuck off my porch. And then he swung at me. And so I grabbed him by his upper arms and I fucking dragged him down the stairs to my porch and got him in my yard. And I told him again, get the fuck out of here. And then he swung at me again. And so I fucking stiff armed him in the chest, and he went straight fucking back and fell down, hit his fucking head on the ground in my yard. And then I called the cops, and then I had to restrain him because he kept trying to fight me, and I had to pin him down to the ground and hold him there until the cops got there. And then when they got there, I said, look, he needs to be pit inserted, which just means, locked up against his will for psychiatric evaluation. And then they took him to the car. He kept trying to fight them, and they're like, yeah, we're taking him to the hospital and getting him pit inserted. I haven't seen the dude since then, so I don't know what happened to him. He apparently lives in the neighborhood somewhere. I've not seen him since that happened. He was actually legitimately crazy. That was a weird fucking thing that happened to me here.
So he's not even homeless?
No, apparently he
lives there? So
yeah,
you
fucking house.
You sent one of the neighbors to a crazy house?
Yeah, I did. I did. But I mean, don't come to my
either the
fucking
neighborhood's
door.
gonna love you or hate you.
I could have fucking just destroyed the shit out of him, but and at first I was really pissed. I didn't know what the fuck was going on, and it took a few minutes of interaction to realize he's crazy. When I realized he was crazy, I got less mad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was just fucking. So I just pinned him down to the ground in my fucking front yard because that's where I was. And waited for the cops to get there to get him because he was just fucking nuts. He was trying to kick me and he kept swinging at me. He hit me several times. He hit my jaw once. He hit me in the chest a bunch of times. He tried kicking me and shit. And I did the thing where I got him on the ground and I had both his arms across his chest like that, and then I had one hand. You know how right where the arms are crossed, I had one hand across there, so that I could hold his arms across his chest with one hand while I was doing other shit. And then he did slip loose one time, so I grabbed his arms again and I pushed him across his chest this way. You know where you like fucking put their arms around their own fucking neck, and then I just fucking and then I did get pissed, which was right when the cops showed up, by the way, which probably looked bad, but then they saw what was going on and they didn't say anything to me about it. But because when they ran up, I had his arms like this, and he's on the ground, and I'm like, and I'm holding his arms, and I'm cramming him into his neck, and I'm like, quit your fucking shit, motherfucker! Quit your fucking shit! Like I'm just, I'm just fuck, and that's when the cops run up and they're like, okay, let him go. And I was like, God damn it.
That's great.
Because he kept fucking swinging at me and shit. Even when I had him on the ground, I was like, fuck you, dude. I was, my patience had gone. So,
this is the super chat from Russ.
Oh shit,
Renner right there, and Leo's here.
Oh, what's up, Leo?
What's going on?
You recognize the music in the background?
Yes, I do.
Yes, you do. This is my new favorite one.
You
Russ
played it on
says,
the last hit, I think, too, right?
I think I did, yeah. Russ says, I picked up a new Taurus PT92 today, stainless with cherry grips and gold controls. Not a bad way to spin 600 beans. Very nice. I love those PT92s because the one you're describing is like one of the Mexican pimp guns. Which, because Taurus are made in South America, like fucking, like they do a lot of the like the fucking they have a lot of their models that have like gold accents and shit, and they look like Mexican pimp guns, which are awesome. I love those things. That's awesome.
Do they come with spinners?
They do not. They should though. They fucking should. Or at least some big hoop earrings and some fake cholo eyebrows you can draw on. But I didn't see who it was. Somebody said you should just pants the dude to get him to stop running. Well, okay, so that's going back to the dude. That's a work thing. And I couldn't pants a dude because he only had on a crazy person hospital gown. So, yeah, there was no pants to pants him with. He was wearing a hospital gown. And that's it.
Could we have like little miniature?
This was legitimately an escaped mental patient, okay? That's what was going on here. So
we need like little scooters to chase people around. With like Batman fucking.
I got there
and like shoots a net out the front and fucking wraps her legs up.
That would have been very helpful that day. But I got there. I was in a car with someone else and saw the guy and got out of the car and started going up to him like, "Hey man, what's going on?" And then he just like runs at me, and so I tried to grab him, but there was nothing to grab onto other than a hospital gown, and he was all fucking sweaty and shit, like a greased pig. And then so I started chasing him, and so the other person that I was with got back in the car and started driving. Meanwhile, I chased this dude across a couple of parking lots and across, like he almost got hit by he ran into traffic and I had to fucking follow him, and finally across another parking lot, and I was able to catch him and pin him to the ground. So, and then we had to fucking cuff him and get him in the car and get him back where he belonged. So, hey man, it was kind of fun though. It breaks up the monotony of the day. So, well, he was gonna the dude was crazy, and he was gonna get himself killed running through traffic. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, no.
You saved his life by.
I did. I don't know. Who knows what the fuck that dude would have done? Like when I first saw him, he had ran into the right next to somebody's fence by their fucking house. He was like trying to get into somebody's house, into their backyard. And then we pulled up, and then he just took off running the other way, and like it was a whole fucking thing. He was fucking legitimately fucking crazy.
Okay,
And
here's
he's gonna get himself fucking killed.
Hypothetical question.
Matt, check the private chat.
How much would they have to pay you to be a bounty hunter for illegal immigrants? Like, how much per head?
I mean, it would be fun, but you still have to pay me a lot.
Like two grand a head, something like that? Not that you're like killing people and chopping off their heads and turning them in. You're
no, but
detaining people.
I mean, I could do it. The problem, like, you'd have to get paid a lot because that's dangerous.
Yeah.
Because you're dealing with people who might be with other people and
you don't want to be caught. Yeah,
fucking don't want to be caught, and who might have weapons and shit. And so that's gonna fucking cost way more than what I get paid now to do that shit. But yeah. But anyway. But yeah.
because like if they're gonna meet their goal of 3,000 people a day, basically they have to triple the amount of people that they're currently fucking deporting, and they're gonna have to ramp up operations somehow, which means expanding employment and I don't know, perhaps using some sort of fucking incentive system for civilians to turn people in or something like that, so you can effectively just become a bounty hunter by being like, yeah, come on down to this restaurant. Like,
well, it'd have to be like, remember in the old days when, like, you know, a governor or a sheriff could just deputize people to go do shit. You know what I mean? It'd have to be like that. You know what I mean? So
we'll be part of the posse.
Basically, yeah.
We'll be the what do they call it in fucking Princess Bride? The Goon Squad.
Is that what it was? I don't remember.
The Brute Squad.
Brute Squad. Yeah.
That's what it was. I am the Brute Squad.
So, I mean, if it paid enough, I'd do it. So, I got a friend who was a bounty hunter for a while. He did. He lives here in Michigan, and he did contract work overseas, and then came back and was doing bounty hunter work. And now he runs a mechanic shop. And he makes way more money doing that than he ever did as a bounty hunter or doing contract work overseas.
I knew a guy who did. He was a process server, if you know what that means.
Yeah.
So he would, like, for lawyers, deliver papers to people who didn't necessarily want papers served.
Yeah, you had to fucking they gave it to you, and you were essentially, you did a lot of the work of a bounty hunter. You just didn't actually capture people. You just had to get them. You had to serve them. You know what I mean?
And he
you still had to hunt them down. You had to do all the work.
He made pretty good. He was good at it, so he made pretty good money because he would just find people, like, they give you a good idea of, like, okay, here's their home address, here's the car they drive, here's where they work. So you kind of know it's like their ex-husband, you know, or whatever, who's like trying to serve them with papers. So you got a pretty good idea of where the bitch is, you know.
Yeah.
So most of the time, it's pretty easy. You just drive to the house and knock on the door and give her the thing, and then $200.
Yeah. Now I've known people who've done that. Like everybody I've known that's done that always did it as like a second job, because it was something you could do on nights and weekends, because that was the best time to find people. So.
Yeah, actually,
I've known a couple people that have done that.
He used to buy weed for me back in the day. This guy did. The first time I met him, I thought he was a fucking narc, because he just kind of had that, like, air of being a police officer, or, you know, like being like a fed or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But that's because of his line of work, because he had to be, like, professional, you know. But he liked to get high while he's looking for people.
I mean, you know. Yeah, I work with a lot of law enforcement types, you know, that have, like, done it before and now do what I do. And they're all cool and stuff, but there are some topics of conversations we don't have because they all know I don't like cops. You know what I mean? But I'm not a big fan. So.
It seems to me that with the marijuana thing, eventually that's going to be a nationwide, like,
well, it already fucking should.
Decriminalization to the point where it's like alcohol, and like if you fired every cop who drank, there would be no cops, basically. So
none, not a single one. Like if you fired every cop that beat his wife, there'd be no cops.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just want to drink some Monster Energy and go home and beat your wife. I get it.
Yeah, I mean, it happens, right? That's normal.
A Monster Energy with vodka.
Yeah. There's a name for that. What do they call that? That's the name of a drink, isn't it? Monster and vodka. I think that has a name. I don't know.
But it certainly sends you home to punch. I know that.
Yeah. So, anyway. I haven't missed any more, have I? Oh, yes, I did. Adam dropped in a super chat. Thank you, sir. Says, congrats on the move. Just remember the weather in the Great Lakes is a bit crazy. Yeah, so we moved here. We got here on Valentine's Day. We got here February 14th. So they were still firmly in the middle of their winter. So the first 2 months we were here, it was, I mean, Jesus. I mean, even in May, even in May when I was here. So the first 2.5 to 3 months I was here, because I've been here 4.5 months now. First 2.5 to 3 months I was here. Like, I would wake up in the morning to go to work, and granted I do get up early, but still. And there was time I'd have to defrost the windows on my fucking car because it was fucking, if there was any humidity in the air at all, it fucking froze. It was still, I would wake up, it'd be in the fucking 30s when I went to work. So, yeah, and that's in May, and that's fucking unheard of for me coming from Texas. You know what I mean? In fucking May, I loved it. I fucking loved it, and I'm sure at some point I'll get tired of it. You know what I mean? But right now, I'm really fucking enjoying the fucking weather. Like, I really am. And
I already hate the fucking cold weather is my problem, because I've dealt with it my entire like, I've never lived in an area like you or like Arizona or something where it's just like, oh my god, it's so fucking hot all the time. So yeah,
I think so. So the thing is I think for me, because I had a chance for the year I lived in Colorado to live in really cold weather, and I got a chance to realize I liked it better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I appreciated it more. Like, I know there are downsides to living where it's cold more often than not. I understand all of that. To me, the downsides are just greater when it's too hot all the time than when it's too cold. So if I'm going to pick one, I'm going to pick the too cold.
I just hate when you're like, I got to go to work. Okay, let me go out to the car and start it and go. Oh, I can't just start it and go. I have to start it and let it warm up. Yeah. Oh, I can't just go. I got to dig it out. Oh, I can't see. I got to defrost the windshield. Oh, like, I'm low on this stuff. I got to get more windshield.
And like I said, I am sure at some point it's going to start to annoy me.
Oh,
however, 47 years of
extra.
46 years of fucking swamp ass weather. You know what I mean? I got a while before the cold's going to fucking be like, oh, fuck this shit. You know what I mean? I got a while before I get there.
Oh, I have to be at work in 30 minutes, and I'm 30 minutes away. Let me get in the car now. Oh, everyone's driving 5 miles an hour because there's snow on the ground, and it's going to take 2 hours, and I'm late now.
True, except for, I will say, one thing about my schedule and being at work so early, nobody's on the fucking road. Like, even when I first got here, and it was still snowing every fucking day, my drive to work takes 20 to 25 minutes tops. No matter what, even in the fucking snow.
And I have such a, like, it's so much harder for me to get out the door when it's freezing cold outside than when it's hot.
And you also, though, but you live in a fucking major metropolitan area. I don't live in a major metropolitan area, and I'm not driving to a major, like, yeah, everybody's heard of Flint, but I don't think people realize Flint is not that fucking big. You know what I mean? I think the population of Flint and all the surrounding areas that are considered like suburbs of Flint is like only 250,000 people. Like, it's not big. The actual city of Flint is only like 75,000 people. So while everybody has heard of Flint, it's not a major metropolitan area. Uh-oh, getting a text. Hold on. It's not my wife. Oh, Corey. What's up, Corey? Are we good, brother? Yeah, of course we are. What's up? Is Corey out there in the chat?
You didn't check my private chat? I'll have to check the private chat.
Hold on. Oh, Corey needs a link. Fucking hell. God damn it.
Yeah, that's how you know that Never Enough Ammo doesn't like you anymore, is that you send you a chat link. And so, yeah, if you don't get a chat link, fuck you.
Well, I sent out like
It never happens by accident. It's
I sent
always
out
on
like 4
purpose.
fucking links. Oh shit. Dude, people have been sending me messages on Discord while I've been doing the chat. Corey sent me one, Firefighter sent me one, Let on Steel sent me one.
Yeah, send out links, you asshole. Why do you hate everybody?
I fucking hate everybody. Jesus Christ. What's up, Firefighter? Yes, this is AK5. I know it's you. I knew it was you. First of all, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't remember your last name, but I did remember your first name was Adam, and it says Firefighter in the fucking chat name. I knew it was you. You did not. I mean, thanks for the super chat, but you didn't have to because I knew it was you. I think you're the only person in 15 years on YouTube, or going on 16 years on YouTube, that I've ever had with the name Firefighter in their name. You're the only one that I remember. Let on Steel says that was... Oh, he caught a fucking meteor fall into Earth in South Carolina today.
Damn. Lucky.
I mean, he didn't catch it. Like, it didn't catch... You know what I mean? But the video of it, you can see it. I wonder how big it was. It's big enough to see, which most of the time they're not big enough to see.
So you mean he didn't use a baseball mitt?
No. Well, it's like I mean, I don't even know if this is his video. It's somebody driving on the highway, and I guess this is probably like a dash cam, and you can see it fall out of the sky while somebody's driving down the highway. So it's probably like not his video, but you know.
Is this the alien invasion we've been hoping for?
Oh, for Duke's sake, I hope it is.
Yes. There's some eggs on board.
I
Ready to hatch.
so want at least. I want like, this is what I want. Even if it's absolute bullshit, I want Trump to come out and go, all right, I'm just letting you guys know, we do have evidence aliens are real, and they are here, and they do come visit us. It's been a top secret, but I'm declassifying it, and I want everybody to know. Because I just want to see how Duke reacts. That's the only reason. Even if it's absolute bullshit, I don't care. I just want to see Duke freak the fuck out because of that. Because that would make my fucking day. It really would. I would.
What kind of aliens would you want?
Oh, they got to be the little creepy gray aliens with the big black eyes.
Yeah.
So no white spikes?
Nah. Just the big creepy, or the little creepy fucking big-headed, slick, you know, almost moist skin, gray aliens with big black fucking eyes.
Right.
But not, when I say little, I don't mean like short, because I like them. What was that one movie? I think it was called Dark Skies. If anybody remembers this alien movie called Dark Skies, where that
was Kevin Bacon, right?
No. It was.
Was that Kevin Bacon?
No, he wasn't in that one. It was what's her face? Carrie Russell. Carrie Russell was the chick, and somebody kept like, she had 2 sons, and something was happening to one of her sons. Anyway, and the aliens were like the fucking skinny little fucking big-headed gray aliens, except they were really fucking tall and skinny, so they were even creepier than the short ones. They're really tall and lanky.
Is that the one where she was trying to board up the windows and the doors, and they still broke in anyway?
Oh yeah, they still got in. Yes, I remember that one.
She got one of them with like a hammer.
And it's got what's his name? J.K. Simmons in it, plays a guy that's been abducted before, and like she goes to him to get information on what's happening to her son.
Mm-hmm.
And he's the one that talks about like he's got the fucking marks behind his ears where they implanted him with something and shit because her son's got the same thing. Anyway, it's a fucking the Alien movies, like those are good. And the reason they're good is because they freak me out a little bit, because like aliens are way more fucking believable than like whatever other random horror movie shit, you know, Jason, Freddy, whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? Because aliens very well could be real. I don't know if that's, you know, they ever visited us or fucking what they're even like or any of that shit, right? But there's a much higher likelihood that fucking aliens are real in a fucking endless universe of planets than fucking Freddy Krueger's real.
I'm thinking of Fire in the Sky, the first one.
Yeah, that's another
That's
good
what I
one.
was thinking about. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a throwback
The
there.
only thing about that movie, like it's a good movie, but it's a really slow fucking movie until right at the very end when you finally see what happened to him.
Which is supposed to be a true story.
Yeah, no, it's a true story. Dude wrote a book about it. It happened in the either late 70s or early 80s.
Yeah, they took a lie detector test too, right?
Yeah, they took a lie detector test, and like him and his friends and everything. But the whole movie, the like first hour and fucking 45 minutes of the movie is just like he disappears. At first they're trying to accuse, I think, don't they try to accuse his friends of doing something to him? And then he comes back and he tries to tell the story, and then nobody believes him. And then that's when like the police get involved and they do the lie detector test. And it's all very like fucking, like nothing happens in the movie. So it's a little slow. So you just got to be ready for that. But then in like the last 10 minutes of the movie, it actually flashes back and shows what fucking happened to him. And then by that point in the movie, it's done really well. It's slow, but it's really effective because you're watching this movie and they're talking about all this stuff and he's talking about all this stuff and they do the lie detector and nobody believes him and nobody believes his friends and all this shit's going on and it's just building and building and building and then you finally fucking see it and it's freaky as shit. It's good. It's a good movie. You just have to be ready for it. Like you're going to be watching it and be like, man, when's something going to fucking happen? Trust me, it will. Okay.
Yep.
It will. And it's that kind of movie. You got to build to it. And then it like fucking the end of the movie, you finally see that shit and it's fucked up. So, but it's a good movie. I like them alien movies, man. Because what's the other one? There's Dark Skies, Fire in the Sky, Communion's another good one that's older.
What was that one that came out like last year or whatnot that had those extremely tall aliens? And
the one that was like on the Disney Plus for some reason or Hulu or something like that. Fuck, what was the name of that movie? Where it's about that girl and she's stuck in her house while everybody's getting abducted. Fuck, what was the name of that movie? I know exactly what you're talking about.
I haven't heard of it.
I can't remember the name of the movie, but I know we got Duke to watch. And he played it off like he wasn't scared, but I know he was, especially when
he went home and had
aliens came out.
That shit. Yeah, that was a good one. There was
the first 2 seasons of Falling Skies was good.
You know, I rewatched that last year. Falling Skies, all like 5. I think it's 5 seasons. It's a really good show.
I did too.
Like, even though
I love that show.
Even though it gets it. I think
when the daughter was born. Yeah.
Well, the thing is because as the show goes on and you learn more.
Okay,
and more
the name of the movie. I asked Rock. Is it No One Will Save You?
Yes.
Maybe
yes,
that's
it.
No One Will Save You. 2023, directed by Brian Duffield, follows Bren, a young woman living alone in her childhood home who faces an alien invasion where people around her are abducted. The film is notable for its minimal dialogue, intense depiction of Brian trying to survive as aliens infiltrate her home and town. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that was a good one. The other one, there's another good one. The Fourth Kind. That's a good freaky one. It's still the best alien movie I've ever seen, like in my life. Though, is Signs. Signs is so fucking good.
What were we saying about Fallen Skies?
Oh no, I was saying Fallen Skies is one of those shows, like, because you're right, the first 2 seasons are really good, and I think what it is, and I don't think there's really like I don't think it's the show's fault. It's just the nature of that story that you're telling it for multiple seasons. Is eventually the kind of creepy aspect of the aliens goes away.
Yes.
But that's because, through 2 seasons, you're learning everything about them. So by the time you get to season 3, it's less about the aliens being creepy and more just kind of a sci-fi war story. But it's still really good. I rewatched all 5 seasons last year, and I liked it all the way to the end.
Have you seen Under the Skin? Yes. 2013.
Oh, the one with Scarlett Johansson. I watched it once, and I was like, "This is fucking stupid." Me and my wife watched it. I think when it first fucking came out, not at the movies, but like when it was first available to like stream or rent or whatever the fuck it was back then. And yeah, it was just not there was some interesting and slightly creepy aspects to it. She just plays an alien that comes down and is like eating dudes, and she tricks them by putting on a fucking human skin suit that looks like Scarlett Johansson. So of course she's able to lure dudes into like a fucking van, and she drives around and then takes them to the fucking woods and then eats them. And that's the whole fucking story. Like, I don't know. I found it rather boring, to be honest. Like, I didn't think it was a good movie. I was not entertained. You know what I mean?
It sounds like a... what was that movie from the 90s that was like they got some genetic code from a faraway star or whatever, and they were like, oh, let's integrate that with our own DNA and make the species. That's what it was.
Yeah.
It sounds like Species.
It sounds like, it's a worse version of Species. It's a boring version of Species. Species was a good movie. The first one, anyway. I know they made a couple.
Yeah, the first one.
And I don't remember. I know I saw the second one, and I didn't like it. I thought it was stupid. I don't think I ever saw past that, but I think they did 3 or 4 of them. The first one's legitimately good.
Yeah, dude, Contact was gay, by the way. Calhoun.
Contact.
Tommy Knockers.
I like Tommy Knockers. The book, or it's not really a book. It's a kind of a short story, but it's a novella. But anyway, the book is way, way better. The problem with that is the same thing that happened with all of the Stephen King novels in like the 80s and 90s when they'd make a movie. They just made like TV movies on like TV movie budget.
Mm-hmm.
When his stories deserve better than that, which I hate saying because I fucking hate Stephen King as a human being, but damn, he writes good shit.
Yes, he does.
It's because he's a sick fuck, dude.
Yeah, he's fucked up.
And he's left. I did a book report on him when I was in high school, and some of the shit I found out about him was creepy. Like, some dude was like a dick to him, and he shook his hand, and like a couple days later, that dude broke his hand. And then when Stephen King was in that bad car accident that now has resulted in him going blind over the years, that dude that hit him, he was found dead in his hotel room like days later. Like, people that have bad interactions with Stephen King, they end up having some weird bad shit happen to them.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I've read most of. I've read most of what Stephen King has written up to a point. I think I kind of stopped reading his new shit after, like, honestly, like around the time I started doing YouTube, I stopped reading books because, it's the internet. Found out, I don't have to fucking read books to get information.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I kind of, like, it was probably around 2010. So I know he's been still writing shit, but I haven't read any of his newer stuff in the last 10, 15 years.
Did you ever read
everything he had written before then, like since the 70s, I've read it all.
Did you also read his pseudonym, Richard Bachman?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that he
wrote like He wrote like The Talisman and a bunch of other books. He wrote Eyes of the Dragon, Talisman. There were several of them he wrote under the name Richard Bachman. Now, I mean, now if you go look those books up now, they now are published under his real name. But at the time when they came out, they were published under the name Richard Bachman. So another writer who is fucked up. If you want to read some fucked up shit, but that's like good, is a writer called Bentley Little. I'm just throwing it out there. He writes horror shit. And the only way I heard about him was back, I don't know, in the early 2000s. I read there was a, I can't remember what it was, a foreword or something in one of Stephen King's books where he dedicated the book to Bentley Little, and it was, it basically just said dedicated to Bentley Little, and then something along the lines of the only guy whose writings creep me out, or something like that. You know what I mean? Like it was basically Stephen King in one of his books saying Bentley Little writes some fucked up scary shit, and I was like, oh, I got to check this dude out. Right. So I read several of his books, and they're good. Like they're really good, and they're really fucked up. So, but they're good. It's good horror stuff. So anyway. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is about that time to break forth with the rhythm and the rhyme. I'm going to get mine, so get yours. I want to see sweat coming out your pores. Jesus Christ, if you got any of that reference, you are old as dirt. Like me. It's time to get out of here. I got to head out. Me and my wife are going to go watch some movies. I got to fix a computer, because one of the computer in our bedroom that we watch movies on the website that we have hooked to our TV, something's wrong with it. So while I figure out what's wrong with it, I'm just going to swap it out with another computer I have so we can keep watching movies. But we're going to go watch some movies tonight since neither one of us has to work tomorrow. We're both off work tomorrow. So tomorrow is going to be our day to just hang out, and I don't know what. Maybe we'll just fuck all day. I don't know what we're going to do. We'll see. But I'm going to get out of here. Thank you guys. We'll be back tomorrow night. Same Matt time, same Matt channel, 6 o'clock Eastern. We'll do an hour chat. I'm trying to get back into the rhythm of doing these. That's why I did one yesterday, did one today, doing one tomorrow. So trying to get back into doing multiple chats a week, but it's just going to be at an earlier time and only for an hour, because that's about all I can do. So, but we will see you guys. Have fun. Enjoy your Friday. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. I got this chat at 6, and then at 7 o'clock right after that, we're going to be doing the toy chat on the other channel. So you guys have a great fucking time. We'll see you guys in 24 hours. As always, deuces, yo, shall not pee in fridge, all that good shit. And we'll see you guys later. Take it easy, guys.